There's a great video you can.
I was telling him, like, I might redo it with the audio. I have to do it in a different application. But with the audio, so the audio piece
Well, there was audio in there.
but not in the platform individual.
Is there audio?
There is from the side.
Ah.
All of us? Yeah, that's me going.
It's not when Mike came to shop.
Oh, I'm just, yeah, I can blank stuff out. Louder! Louder!
Test 1, 2, test. Coming to you live from the Cleve Heights Recreational Center on Monticello Boulevard. It's senior night here for the Cleve Heights Tigers hockey team. Just a couple of seniors today who will be honored. The three seniors, Jake Rzepka, Logan Anderson, and David Adams. Three of the seniors for this Cleve Heights team will be honored with their families, getting a picture on the ice. We'd like to thank you all for coming in and listening to Cleve Heights Hockey on HeightsTigers.com. This live broadcast brought to you by Nova Title Agency as well as University Hospitals Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors here on HeightsTigers.com. Final regular season game for the Tigers. The two brothers right now down there in goal, Johnny Cheshire and Tommy Cheshire. Both freshmen with their family today out on the ice for senior night. Obviously, senior night and family night for all of the Cleve Heights Tigers here today. Jake Rzepka, Logan Anderson, and David Adams, the three seniors. Adams and Anderson been on varsity for 4 years, as well as Jake Rzepka for 3. All three of them huge parts of this Cleve Heights hockey team. Now Brendan Lang skating over, another freshman. We're going by class for the Cleve Heights Tigers. It's family day, obviously, so we'll have some pictures taken for the Tigers in this pregame here in the Nova Title Agency pregame show here on HeightsTigers.com. The Tigers coming off a 2-1 victory over Benedictine High School, trying to end this season on a positive note with a 2-game winning streak. And number 9, Henry Turner as well, defensive freshman on the defensive pairing. His first year on varsity, obviously, as a freshman for the Tigers. Turner with 5 points on the season, all of them coming on assists as a defenseman. now on to the sophomores. Nolan Ramsey, number 33, his second year on varsity for the Cleve Heights Tigers. Nolan Ramsey plays forward for the Tigers. Ramsey with 62, take that back, 26, read that wrong, 26 points on the season, 12 of them coming from goals and 14 coming from assists in 27 games played, so just under, a hair under a point per game. And 2 game-winning goals for Nolan Ramsey, the sophomore. Lots of potential with that young forward moving forward for head coach Eddie Babcox, as well as Jeremy Holmes, the assistant coach, Liam Robinson, rounding out the coaching staff for the Cleve Heights Tigers. And Vince Holland, another sophomore forward. Holland, one of the best skaters that the Tigers have. 18 points on the season, 11 goals and 7 assists. Holland obviously with 1 game-winning goal on the season as well, played in 28 games for the Tigers. .28 games on the season, obviously, for the Tigers. Tommy Schumann, wearing number 00, sophomore, his first year on varsity. Out there taking a picture with his family. Puck drop officially slated for 5 o'clock coming here at Monticello Boulevard in Cleve Heights, Ohio. And Johnny Jackson, the junior, his 3rd year on varsity. Jackson has played in all 28 games for the Tigers, totaling 4 assists on the season. Jackson playing that defensive position as a junior, 3-year varsity man. Hopeful to have a lot of experience on that defensive pairing for head coach Eddie Babcox. And Great Manny skates over. Great Manny, another junior, still 3rd year on varsity. His older brother on varsity with him last year as well. Grayton plays forward, his older brother plays defense. As Great Manny has played obviously in all 28 games for the Tigers, scoring 4 goals and 7 assists, 11 points on the season. One of those goals coming on the power play for the junior. Number 25, Cannon Coker, skating over. Coker, a burner at that winger position. One of the fastest skaters on this team as well. 3-year varsity man for Cannon Coker. 8 points on the season, 7 of which coming from assists, 1 goal as well to his credit. For Cannon Coker. And number 17, Lucas Chu, his first year on varsity as a junior. Plays forward for the Tigers. Has played in 24 games for the Tigers. And Ethan Quill, 3-year junior for head coach Eddie Babcox, has played in all 28 games. 9 points on the season for Ethan Quill. 6 goals and 3 assists, 2 of those goals as game winners. Ethan Quill playing that winger position as well on the attack for the Tigers. Braden Rink skates over, the assistant captain. Another 3-year junior on the team. Wears number 11, does Braden. Has played in 26 games, 2 goals, 3 assists for a total of 5 points this season for Braden. Has been a mainstay on this Cleveland Heights Tigers team, obviously as a senior defenseman. 3 years on varsity, earning that assistant captainship. Braden Rankin, assistant captain, as well as Jake Rzepka, assistant captain, and the captain, Eli Weisblatt. Here comes Eli Weisblatt, the captain, the 3-year centerman for head coach Eddie Babcox. Eli has played in 26 games this season, 16 goals, 15 assists for 31 points in 26 games, 1.12 points per game average. Eli Weisblatt, a big mainstay on this Cleveland Heights Tigers hockey team for head coach Eddie Babcox, as well as last year. Eli playing on that first line last season. And now we start to introduce the seniors. Number 5, Jake Rzepka, his 3rd year on varsity on the defense. Rzepka has played in all 28 games for the Tigers. 2 goals, 5 assists for 7 points total. Rzepka still remembers when he scored his first goal. League game against North Olmsted late in the season, his freshman year as well. Personal statement from Jake Rzepka. The 3 years I spent as Heights hockey player have included some of the best moments from my high school career. In fact, if not for me coming here and some of the upperclassmen I had previously known, I would not have been able to have gotten back into hockey. When I first started out as a sophomore, I have to admit I was not the best. Most of my friends were upperclassmen, and I saw how good they were and how hard they worked. I strived to be better and develop my game for them, and they pushed me to do the same. Jake Rzepka, an assistant captain for the Cleveland Heights hockey team, Cleveland Heights Tigers. So there's Jake Rzepka, the first senior to be introduced, 1 of 3 here on Senior Day at the Cleveland Heights Recreational Center here at Monticello Boulevard. The next to be introduced, number 4, David Adams, a 4-year varsity skater for Cleveland Heights. Has played all 4 years for the Cleveland Heights Tigers on this varsity team, including getting his first high school goal in this senior year. David Adams, his plans for the future include studying engineering at Cleveland State University. So a bright future ahead for that senior. Great day for the family as well here at Cleveland Heights. So that was David Adams. the second of 3 seniors. And the last senior to be introduced, certainly last but not least, number 6, Logan Anderson. Logan Anderson, his 4th year on varsity for the Cleve Heights Tigers. One of only 3 seniors on this Cleve Heights team. His favorite memory, Logan Anderson, was putting on the Cleveland Heights hockey uniform for the first time and playing in his first game as a freshman. Plans for the future. He's got big plans. He's going to do some national and international travel with the family. Looks to be studying environmental studies or environmental engineering, as well as minoring in studio art / ceramics. So lots on the horizon for Logan Anderson. Anderson played in 27 of 28 games for the Tigers, scoring 3 goals and 2 assists, totaling 5 points on the season. And he is the 3rd senior introduced here on Senior Day for the Cleveland Heights Tigers. They are taking on the Hudson Explorers today here at the Cleveland Heights Recreational Center. You're live inside the Nova Title Agency pregame show as the Tigers finish their season here at home. They had a 2-1 victory yesterday against Benedictine, the Bengals of Benedictine. A tremendous showing from the Tigers as well as the fans here showing out here at home. Technically an away game, but the Tigers, as the Tigers share this ice rink with Benedictine, they came out with that victory 2-1 over the Benedictine Bengals. So there are the three seniors skating back over. Logan Anderson, David Adams, and Jake Rzepka. Take a picture with the coaching staff, head coach Eddie Babcox for the Tigers. Head coach Eddie Babcox, as well as assistant coach Jeremy Holmes. We're just a few short minutes away from the puck drop here at Cleveland Heights High School Recreational Center here on Senior Day, Senior Night. We'll take a quick break here on HeightsTigers.com. Here inside the Nova Title Agency pregame show. Puck drop coming shortly between the Tigers and the Explorers. of our national anthem. So the Hudson Explorers have just been introduced. Starting in goal tonight is 20 left to go in the first period. Centering pass for the Tigers. And a whiff there as the puck is deflected. Now the Explorers have a breakaway. Taking this one is Mackie Clark. He has a chance. He can't get a shot up, but the rebound goes wide in. Scoring are the Explorers. 12:07 left to go in the first. Mackie Clark had a breakaway, but he couldn't put it away as the save past Johnny Cheshire. Coming in to clean it up were the Explorers. 1-0 now. Hudson leads early. 12:07 left to go in this first period. At the 2:53 mark, we'll give that one to Mackie Clark. Not sure if he cleaned it up, but the Explorers now lead 1-0 here early from the Cleve Heights Recreational Center. Face off back to center ice. In on defense, Braden Rink gave it a look at the blue line. He picks it up and will try to dump it as far as center. Weisblatt there. Along the near boards, picking it up for the Explorers was Burke Villanueva. That puck back to center, goes bouncing on edge. Nearly an offside, but the Tigers control it. Centering pass picked up there by Nolan Ramsey. Ramsey taking himself into the zone. Tries a shot, right block. Right kick save, I should say, from Tom Sulo. Hudson Explorers take it away. They've got a 3-on-1 opportunity. The only defender back there, Braden Rink. Centering pass is blocked by Rink. Well done there by the Tigers defenseman. Centering pass goes wide from the Explorers. The score 1-0. Hudson leading. 11:20 left to go in this first period. Shot goes wide left from the point. That shot taken by Jack Devine, number 58, the junior. Coming back to the bench for a change was Alec Movshin. 1-0 the Explorers lead on a Mackie Clark breakaway goal. The Hudson Explorers had another opportunity just moments ago, couldn't score. 11 minutes left to go in the first period. Puck back behind, centering pass, shot coming, looking for a deflection in front, but goes wide. That shot was from Luke Carnofel. Back out to the far boards for Brendan Lang. Puck back to center for Hudson. Nearly a tripping there from Nolan Ramsey, but the Explorers try it again. Low save made by Cheshire. He goes down, and that one cleared by the Tigers up and over. It looked like over the Tigers bench. Nearly took out assistant coach Liam Robinson there. 10:32 left to go in this first period. Here at Cleve Heights, Grayton Manny back on to the ice. He will take this face-off matched up against Sullivan Clark of the Explorers. Clark wins this one. Shot from the point is off of a body in front. The Explorer shot goes just wide there. Mackie Clark again had a chance in front. 10:20 left in this opening period. 1-0 the Explorers lead. Grayton Manny fighting for the puck in the near corner. Won by the Explorers. High shot off the glove. A follow shot is still saved by Cheshire. What a tremendous job by the freshman in net. Rzepka there on defense as two Explorers run into each other, and the puck taken away by Vince Holland. Back to center, it's a one-on-one opportunity now. Taking this one, Ethan Quill will try to wrap it around. Instead it goes all the way back to the blue line for the Tigers. Kept in, and back behind the net of Nicholas Tomsulo for the Explorers. Picked up by Mackie Clark to the blue line, now to center. Big hit there, administered by Vince Holland. Wyatt Prado picked up the puck at 9:30 left to go. Another shot was deflected off of the stick of Nicholas DiBiasio. And from the far corner, that puck intercepted by the Explorers. Another shot block off the skate of the Tigers. DiBiasio picks back up on the near boards. Quill, another big hit there for the Tigers. 9:15 left to go in the first period. And the Tigers dumping this one all the way back down. That'll go as an icing. Connor Halford ran back to retrieve that one for the Explorers. The puck will come back to the near circle of the Tigers zone with 9:09 remaining in this first period. The Explorers with a lot of puck possession early on in this first period. The Tigers already trail 1-0. The Explorers in control early. That faceoff, in theory, won by the Explorers. Puck still loose, one at the blue line. Dumping it back down was Berg Villanueva. At the blue line now for the Explorers, Andrew Yard, the sophomore who just came in, and a whistle. Nolan Ramsey may have been offside with the puck. 8:45 remaining in this first period. The puck will come back to center. Line change for the Explorers. Taking this face-off is Weissblatt for the Tigers. He wins that one and throws it on net, blocked away by Tom Sulo. Connor Halford there to retrieve in the far corner, the defenseman. Brendan Lang fighting for it as the Explorers pick it up now. Taking it the other way, Matthew Hannon. He's weaving in there. Puck stick saved away by Johnny Cheshire. And looks like another whistle. Could have been tripping on the Tigers to prevent the shot opportunity. But instead, the net just comes off of its base. So with 8:25 left to go in the first period, we'll get another face-off from the Tigers zone. That face-off won quickly by the Tigers. Back out to the blue line goes Ethan Quill. And that went back around, picked up by John Jackson. He had an opportunity back there. Instead, it's won by Tyler Corbel. Back on defense now in his own zone is Jonah Carnefel. Puck thrown back and forth. Henry Turner for the Tigers. Back out in the zone of the Explorers, Robert Rischitelli will pick it back up behind the end line. 7:50 left to go in the first period. Ahead now to Carnefel on the far side. That one dumped back into the zone as the Tigers evade an offsides call. Puck lost on the near side from Matthew Hannon all the way back to the Tigers zone. Picked up by Henry Turner. He'll play it all the way around. High shot coming from the Explorers, but wide left with 7:30 left to go in the first period. We're past the halfway mark here in this opening period. The Explorers lead 1-0 over the Cleveland Heights Tigers. Controlling is Mackie Clark, the freshman, tries for a wraparound pass across the face of goal, but couldn't be controlled. Now the Tigers have a 2-on-2 opportunity. Nolan Ramsey to the near side, shot there from the Tigers. That one, Vince Holland, but a beautiful save by Nicholas Tomsulo. The first true opportunity for the Tigers as it was a 2-on-2. Nolan Ramsey took it to the near circle. Diagonal pass to Vince Holland on the money, but just a great save made by Tom Sulo. So it'll be a face-off from the Explorers. Face-off from the Explorers zone. Looks like Mackie Clark, actually Nicholas DiBiasio lost his mouth guard there. Eli Weissblatt takes the face-off for the Tigers, won by the Explorers. Matthew Roberts back to retrieve. And it is thrown back towards the blue line of the Tigers, but all the way back into their own zone. Manny there to try to control it. Pass intended for Brendan Lang. And it's controlled by Weissblatt. Looking for Ramsey, but he loses the puck. Now the Explorers have a 3-on-1. As on the near board, Sullivan Clark couldn't control it. It'll be picked up. Looked like Nolan Ramsey there, but instead it's Braden Rink. He'll drop it down and all the way back behind the end line of Nicholas Tomsulo. 6:30 left to go in the opening period. Cleveland Heights trailing 1-0 to the Hudson Explorers. Sullivan Clark had it for a moment at center. Will dump it back down off the glove of Johnny Cheshire, but out of danger to the near side. Braden Rink controlling, actually that's Eli Weissblatt. Left-handed shot off the glove of the goalie, Tomsulo, dangerously in front. Ramsey couldn't control it on the near side. The Hudson Explorers will pick it back up. To the near boards is Alexander Cole. 6 minutes even left to go in this period. As Logan Anderson, the senior, able to clear that one away and get a change for the Tigers. Back out there on defense is Tommy Cheshire, the freshman. Creighton Manny fighting for the puck there. Back into his own zone, recovers. And now Hudson actually controls outside of the net. Looked like they got tripped, did Manny. Now the Tigers controlling into the zone, dumps it back down, does Manny. That was Vince Holland who dumped back in there. Manny still fighting for it as it's kicked to the near side. Picked up by Alex Motion. Tommy Cheshire at center will retreat into his own zone. Ahead now for Jake Rzepka. That puck goes all the way back down for an icing. Back behind Nicholas Tomsulo of the Explorers. 5:11 left to go in this opening period. Cleveland Heights trailing 1-0 on senior night. You're listening to Cleveland Heights Tigers hockey on HeightsTigers.com. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors, Nova Title Agency, as well as University Hospitals Sports Medicine. That face-off from the Tigers zone with 5 minutes remaining in the period is picked up by Luke Carnofel for the Explorers. To the near side, Brendan Lang for the Tigers. Tyler Corbel weaving through the defense, loses it back to center. Picked up there by the defenseman, Jonah Carnofel. That one thrown lazily on net, swiped aside by Johnny Cheshire. Quick pass ahead is intercepted by the Explorers. That one intended for Brendan Lang for the Tigers. Now Carnofel down back behind the end line. Big hit along the glass. Controlled by Corbel. And nearly an offside on the Explorers. Puck back into the Explorers zone. Controlling there was Sullivan Clark. And back over to Jonah Carnofel. He gains the zone. 4:17 left to go in this first period. Trying to wrap it around is Jonah Carnofel, but that one will be fought for by Henry Turner back there. 1-0 is the score. Hudson leading after an early goal at the 2:53 mark in the first period, as just under 4 minutes remain now. Corbel fighting for that puck inside the Tigers zone, but great defense showing for the Tigers. The Explorers trying to get a change, nearly too many men on the ice, but Nicholas DiBiasio will gain the zone and dump it back in on net before taking a big hit from Vince Holland at the blue line. Slap shot attempt there, but whiffing was Wyatt Prado. That's that puck at center and looked like it hit a Tiger number 33, Nolan Ramsey, as he was heading back towards the bench. Could be too many men on the ice. 3:29 left to go in this opening period. Cleveland Heights trailing 1-0. Creighton Manny will take the faceoff from the far circle. That one back to the blue line. A shot there from Jonah Carnofel wide left, misses everything. 3:22 left to go in the period. Shot coming low and saved into the body of Johnny Cheshire. Well done from the freshman goalie. He's been tremendous so far, only allowing one goal in the last game against the Benedictine Bengals. In that 2-1 victory, it was a tight game all around. Makes another nice save on the low shot from Wyatt Prado, the sophomore for the Explorers. Sullivan Clark controlling back behind the end line. On defense, there's Logan Anderson, a big body back there for the Tigers. Creighton Manny as well. The puck still along the near boards of the Tigers zone. Sullivan Clark controlled for just a moment for the Explorers before that puck is cleared away. Creighton Manny giving chase at center. Puck back in front of Cheshire. Thrown ahead for Ethan Quill, but out of his reach, so that will go back down for an icing with 3:17 left to go in this opening period. Another face-off from the Tiger zone. 3:16 remaining. Eli Weisblatt takes that one and wins it back to Jake Rzepka. along to the near side. 3:10 left to go in this first period. Tigers trailing, I should say, 1-0 against the Hudson Explorers on senior night. Picking up at his own blue line is Tommy Cheshire. Back into his own zone. A lot of pressure from the Explorers. They pick it up. Taking it there is Burke Villanueva. Back to center and dumping it in on frame that was number 12, Sullivan Clark, for the Explorers. 2:45 remains here in this first period. The Explorers throw it back in yet again. Jake Rzepka giving chase along the boards. Still fighting for it there. The Explorers pick it up. Looking for it at the blue line is Jonah Carnofel, and he is there on defense, but instead the Tigers will pick it up. And someone lost their drink along the near boards. Tigers attacking now. Brendan Lang going the other way. Jonah Carnofel gains the blue line, has an opportunity, weaving. What a great save by Johnny Cheshire. 2:10 left to go in the period. Carnofel had a breakaway opportunity. He went left, weaved right, but Cheshire stayed true the whole way, stayed up, and was able to knock that one away. 2 minutes remain in the period. Back behind is Jake Rzepka. Nolan Ramsey trying to control along the far boards. Big hit there given by Nick DiBiasio. Under 2 minutes remain in the period. Fighting for it along the far boards, Tommy Cheshire. Hudson picking up, centering pass off the skate of Rzepka. It's a scrum on the near boards, picked up by the Tigers now. Weaving through there is Eli Weisblatt. He's putting on the burners at center ice, still trying to control it. And offside called on the Tigers, as that one was deflected up into the air before the Tigers had officially gained the zone. Getting a change now are the Tigers. Brendan Lang and Eli Weisblatt head off. Ethan Quill, Creighton Manny, as well as Vince Holland on the line for the Tigers. On defense, John Jackson, as that face-off won by the Hudson Explorers. Back there on defense as well for the Tigers is Logan Anderson. Ethan Quill couldn't control it, picked up now by Hudson. Going the other way was Sullivan Clark, but he couldn't control. Creighton Manny picks up at his own blue line. 65 seconds remaining in the opening period. That puck fought for dangerously at center ice, picking it up. Wyatt Prado dumps it back, tried to dump it back into the Tiger zone. He repossesses, was following his teammate Mackie Clark there, who controls and goes back towards his own blue line before dumping it in to the Tigers' Logan Anderson in his own zone. 45 seconds remain here in this opening period. Vince Holland throws it only as far as center. Mackie Clark rather, couldn't control it, tried to get a shot off. 30 seconds remaining, back out to the point. Jack Devine couldn't get a shot off. That one deflected right in front of net, but well defended there by the Tigers. John Jackson using his body to block that shot. 17 seconds left to go in the period. Hudson looking to control, and that one into the body again of Johnny Cheshire. Well done by the Tigers. 13.5 seconds remaining here in this opening period. Full line changes for the Tigers and the Explorers. Face-off coming from the Tiger zone. Taking this one for the Explorers is Tyler Corbel. That one won by Rzepka. He will control there in the corner. Weisblatt as well. 7 seconds left to go in the period. Weisblatt will pick it up, trying to just clear it. Hudson with a pass in front, but that one will be deflected away, and that will end the first period. Well done by Johnny Cheshire, only allowing one goal. 2 minutes and 53 seconds into the first period. Great showing from both goalies, Johnny Cheshire as well as Nicholas Tomsulo for the Explorers. At the end of one period, Cleve Hts trails the Hudson Explorers 1-0 on senior night. You are now inside the Nova Title Agency intermission report. 12 minutes are on the clock as the Tigers trail 1-0 after 15 minutes of play. We will now take a quick break here. You are listening to Cleveland Heights Tigers hockey on HeightsTigers.com. Second period about to begin here at HeightsTigers.com. Cleve Heights Tigers trailing 1-0 after 15 minutes of play against the Hudson Explorers here on senior night. Taking this face-off for the Tigers, Eli Weisblatt. Won there by Nolan Ramsey. Carries it into the Explorers net. Weisblatt will dump it back down. Picked up by Jonah Carnofel. Back behind his own cage, he reverses, comes to the near boards. Dumps that one ahead for Sullivan Clark. Picked up again by Tyler Cornefel. Make that Tyler Kerbel. Back to the blue line for Jonah Carnofel. Kerbel couldn't control. Looks like it was about to be picked up by the Tigers defenseman Logan Anderson. A quick whistle as that one goes up into the netting for the Tigers. A whistle. The faceoff will come back to center. 14:27 left to go in this first period. The referee's actually discussing after 33 seconds of play what happened on that last play, if that was an intentional pass up into the netting. Both teams and goalies going back to their own benches here for the discussion with the referees. So after that short delay, we are back here. Second period action, 14:27 remaining in the middle period here from Cleveland Heights Rec Center on senior night. The puck back in play. The Explorers control at center ice. Luke Carnofel tries to advance that one, but it's cut off there by Nate Rzepka. Eli Weisblatt make that Nolan Ramsey on the near boards. Dumps it down to Weisblatt. Back there on defense is Connor Halford back there, and now a breakaway opportunity. Luke Carnofel with a shot, weaves around the goalie and scores it. 66 seconds into the second period. Luke Carnofel picked up the errant pass in the center zone and took it himself on a complete breakaway 1-on-0. Faked right and then went left past goalie Johnny Cheshire to make it 2-0, doubling the lead for the Hudson Explorers. Face off at center ice, won by the Tigers. That one back to Henry Turner on his own end line, fighting for it there, picked up by the Explorers and looked like nearly a tripping, as coming to the near side was Andrew Clark for the Explorers. Puck in there, fighting for it is Nolan Ramsey, as well as John Jackson on defense. Nolan Ramsey, 1 minute, 1 second left to go on the power play for the Tigers. They trail 2-0 in this second period. Face-off coming for Nolan Ramsey. It's won by the Explorers. Quick shot off of the face-off from Matthew Hannon is saved right in the chest by Johnny Cheshire. So we'll do it again from the same circle. That face-off won again by Matthew Hannon. And Sullivan Clark with a quick shot. That one with the right leg saved by Cheshire. One back by the Tigers though, however. Coming to the near boards is Rzepka. Weisblatt is there as well. It is dumped dangerously into the center. Alexander Kroll will clear it. Losing an edge was Rzepka on the near side. Weisblatt on defense, but now Matthew Hannon with an opportunity, trying to weave in front of the net. Spinning, his shot goes off of a skate into the near corner. 26 seconds left to go on the power play. Explorers leading 2-0. The Tigers trying to get on the board. The puck held up in the near corner. Eli Weisblatt weaves his man, gains center. He will come into the zone. It's 2-on-2. Shot from Weisblatt. It was just barely saved away by Tom Sulo. And losing a stick is the defender over there, Sullivan Clark, for the Explorers. Picked up by the Explorers as the power play will expire with 10:47 left to go in the period. Big hit at center. Absorbing that one was Nick DiBiasio. 10:40 left to go in the period. That power play killed off by the Explorers. Line change for the Tigers as Nolan Ramsey controls at center. Picked up by Weisblatt. Tries to evade his man, but it's won only as far as center, and Weisblatt dumps it into the zone. Back there to retrieve it is Alexander Kroll on defense for the Explorers. 10:20 remaining in the period to the far boards now. Explorers control in their zone. Near side to Mackie Clark, the freshman. Controls at his own blue line. 10:10 left to go in this middle period. The 2-0 is the score. The Explorers lead. Attacking now, passing in front and couldn't connect on it was Mackie Clark. Back to the blue line, DiBiasio dumps it in. Another big hit, as that's going to be a slashing penalty. It looks like on the Tigers there was some hand fighting between Vince Holland and Nicholas DiBiasio, but Vince Holland will get tagged for the 2-minute penalty with 9:55 left to go in the second period. Vince Holland with a big hit at the blue line, but a big slash was missed as well from Nicholas DiBiasio. 2-minute power play now for the Hudson Explorers. Centering pass there, just going wide. And a follow-up shot there is also good. Mackie Clark for the Explorers before they even got the power play up on the scoreboard. It looked like that was actually Luke Carnofel on the rebound. The initial shot was saved by Johnny Cheshire, but now 3-0 is the lead for the Explorers over Cleveland Heights with 9:51 left to go in this second period. A tough period so far for the Tigers. 5 minutes and 9 seconds have elapsed, 2 goals allowed. Face-off coming here for Cannon Coker. He wins it himself to the near boards. And Vince Holland will dump it back in for the Tigers. 9:40 left to go in the second period. 3-0 is the score. The Hudson Explorers are leading. Creighton Manny fighting for it on the near boards. Cannon Coker in there as well. Vince Holland picks it up, tries to throw it towards net, but it's deflected and played into the corner by Henry Turner. Creighton Manny fighting for it as well. Picked up by the Explorers, Alex Motion. He plays that one through center. It was deflected, so no icing upcoming. John Jackson back there on the end line to the near corner for the Tigers. 3-0 is the score. The Explorers leading over Cleve Hts. Just over 9 minutes remaining in the second period. Traffic jam on the near corner. Puck along the near boards. Controlled over there by Wyatt Prado. Swings it all the way around. It'll be picked up by John Jackson. Looking for Creighton Manny. He's actually got Vince Holland. Holland gets it ahead to Creighton Manny on the far boards into the zone. That puck deflected right in front of the referee there, Vince Holland, with a big hit in front of the short boards. John Jackson fighting hard near his blue line. Creighton Manny picks it up, trying to take it on net. High shot there, saved by Tom Sulo. What a great shot from John Jackson. Vince Holland in there as well. 8:27 left to go in the second period. That puck deflected right in front. Vince Holland's backhanded shot is saved by Tom Sulo. Another opportunity goes wanting for the Tigers. So wholesale changes for both teams coming. Face-off coming from the far circle of the Tigers, of the Explorers zone, I should say. Taking this one will be Nolan Ramsey. Nolan Ramsey takes that face-up. Shot coming there. Blocker save from Tom Sulo. Another great shot for the Tigers. Down below is Brendan Lang. Tigers showing some heart here in this second period, fighting for it in the Explorer zone, controlling it there at the blue line. John Jackson dumps it in. Intended for Weisblatt, nearly controlled in front of the net. Back behind the Tigers go. The puck dangerously in front. A rebound shot coming. Now out to the blue line. Another shot off escape for the Tigers, wrapping around. It's Weisblatt. Pass in front. Couldn't be controlled, and looks like it will now be cleared as far as center, and actually may go all the way back down for an icing. And it does with 7:44 left to go in this second period. The Tigers trail 3-0 with 7:43 left to go in the second period. Nolan Ramsey will take the face-off. He's matched up against Matthew Hannon for the Explorers. Face-off won by the Explorers. Clearing that one is Robert Rischitelli to the near boards. Picked up by Luke Karnofel. Only as far as center, controlled by Vince Holland. Back to the center line. Now into the Tigers zone. Logan Anderson back there, past his own end line, takes a big hit behind the boards. And Eli Weisblatt fighting for it. They're picked up by Nolan Ramsey at center. Dumping it in is John Jackson, giving chase with 7:10 left to go in this middle period. Weisblatt to the near boards, controls it. And that one will be cleared and swept away by Alexander Cole. Back at his own blue line was Braden Rink, the assistant captain. 6:55 left to go in the second period. Logan Anderson told to dump that one in deep as it goes up and over the catching glove of Tom Sulo. So the Tigers can get a change. 6:40 left to go. That puck picked up by Ramsey. Couldn't do anything with it in front of the net though. 6:30 left to go. He'll retrieve it at center ice. Ramsey gets that one ahead to Jake Rzepka. He evades a defender, evades another defender past the end line. 6:25 left to go in the period. Centering pass goes wide, picked up by the Explorers defense. That one played back by Jonah Karnofel. Tigers have it now as Rzepka dumps it in and gains the zone. That puck back to the near boards. Nolan Ramsey centering pass to Holland. To Weisblatt off of his skate. He couldn't control. Now the Explorers have an opportunity on the break. Luke Karnofel has he has dispossessed the puck to the near corner 5:50 left to go in the second period. That puck still in the corner, controlled by Luke Carnofel. Back to the blue line. Dangerous pass in front from Alexander Cole. Creighton Manny fighting on defense back there behind his goalie. Looked like that could have been a tripping penalty, but Creighton Manny lost an edge. Controlled by the Explorers. Dumping it back down is Tyler Corbell. And dangerously deflected in front, up and over the shoulder of Johnny Cheshire. Puck to the near boards. Just tapped forward by Jonah Carnofel. Creighton Manny at center, he controls it. He will play it to the far boards after gaining the zone. 5:07 left to go in this second period. 3-0 is the score. Hudson leading over Cleveland Heights on senior night. Advancing quickly, ahead now is Jonah Carnofel. He's looking for Alexander Cole, who picks it up, taking it between the circles to the near boards. Now back to Jonah Carnofel. 4:48 left to go. Puck on the near boards, and a pass diagonally across there, and scoring were the Explorers, but a whistle before. Mackie Clark able to take that beautiful angled pass. It looked like it was a cross check on the Explorers, so just when you think another goal on the board for the Explorers, it'll be a 2-minute power play for the Cleveland Heights Tigers. That one will be charged, I believe, to Mackie Clark. 2 minutes on the power play for Cleveland Heights. They trail 3-0, despite that last shot having hit the back of the net. Eli Weisblatt to take the face-off. Up a skater now are the Tigers. Nolan Ramsey back to Logan Anderson. Controls at his blue line. Shot coming there from the Tigers off the shoulder of the defender, Nicholas DiBiasio. Controlled by the Tigers. Back calling for it at the blue line was Logan Anderson. A wayward stick is still out there. And Rzepka at the circle. Wide shot there. Controlled by Logan Anderson, however. Tigers retain possession. Dump it all the way back around. Giving chase is Nick DiBiasio. Rzepka back to the blue line. Over there was Logan Anderson. His shot wide left. Nearly controlled by Rzepka, and now he does. Shot coming there. Deflection just behind Tom Sula, but not into the net. Well done by Tom Sula. 70 seconds left to go on the power play for the Tigers. Jonah Carnofel controlling into the near corner, but that's as far as he can go. Now Weisblatt with 60 seconds left to go on the power play. Can't control it. It's knocked away by Burke Villanueva. And that puck back in front. Rzepka, his shot high and gloved by Tom Sula. Well done by the Explorers goalie. And wholesale changes on either side. 52 seconds left to go on the power play. 3:36 left to go in this second period. The Explorers leading 3-0, nearly 4-0. But at the beginning of this power play for the Tigers, the Explorers had scored, but it was taken off the board as there was a cross-checking penalty, and 45 seconds remain on that advantage for the Tigers. Quickly back to retrieve this puck behind his own end line is Matthew Hannon. 3:23 left to go in the period. 36 seconds left on the power play. Cannon Coker tried to get it ahead, but Hannon controls for the Explorers. He weaves past his man. He'll try a shot there on a tough angle, but it was saved by Johnny Cheshire. Nicely done on a tough angle with 26 seconds left to go on the power play. Face-off for the Explorers is won by Sullivan Clark, but the Tigers regain possession at center ice. Picked up there by Nolan Ramsey. Back to the near corner. Weisblatt in there. Puck back to the blue line, gets past Braden Rink, but he recovers and sends it back towards John Jackson. Back ahead. Controlling there is Ramsey near the blue line. He dumps it in off the hand of the defender. That was Alexander Cole. 2:40 left to go in the period as the power play penalty has expired. Back to even strength are the Explorers, and back at the blue line now is Sullivan Clark. He advances into the Tigers zone, trying to evade a defender and wrap it around. Saved there by Johnny Cheshire. Well done, and we've got a whistle. Looked like potentially interference, someone grabbing the stick. That one will be assessed to Nolan Ramsey, number 33, a 2-minute penalty, which will run concurrently with the 2 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in this second period. 3-0 is the score. Hudson leading over Cleveland Heights here on senior night. Cannon Coker takes that face off. However, it's won by the Explorers. Back out to the blue line. Controlling there is Luke Carnofel. They've got a man advantage for 2 minutes here, which can essentially run out the period. That pass deflected off the stick of Tyler Corbell. So the face-off, Cannon Coker fought for it at the center ice, won by the Explorers now. Picked up by Luke Carnofel. Creighton Manning in there at his blue line. Puck deflected back to John Jackson right in front of his own net. He'll play it along the near boards. 2 minutes remain in the period, 1:34 left to go on the power play. John Jackson pokes that one away, nicely done, tries to clear it, and it will go all the way back down to Tom Sulo in the net for the Explorers. 1:23 left to go on the power play. Tigers down a man, Nolan Ramsey in the penalty box. Ty Corbell gains the zone. Actually, a whistle is there. It looks like offside. I believe that was offside on the Explorers. So the puck will come back out to the center zone. .140 left to go in the second period. Face-off one back to Jonah Carnofel for the Explorers. Carnofel controlling past the blue line, gains the zone, tries to dump it off, and a shot goes wide left. That one was a stinger from Wyatt Prado. Puck to the near boards, dumped in by Nick DiBiasio. Back to DiBiasio at the blue line. Swings that one over for another shot. Big save by Johnny Cheshire. That shot from the blue line was Jonah Carnofel. With 1:19 left to go in the period, 53 seconds remain on the man advantage for the Explorers. Line change for the Tigers. Eli Weisblatt back in there. He'll take this face-off. Brendan Lang back in there on defense as well. Controlling now is Wyatt Prado. He had a shot go wide right back into the near corner. 44 seconds left to go on the power play and nearly tripping, but the Tigers pick it up. Weisblatt has an opportunity. He can try to go one-on-one. Still controlling in front off the skate of a defender and covered up by Tom Sulo. 34 seconds remain on the power play. 1 minute remains in this period. So it'll be a face-off, Brendan Lang. It is won, however, by the Explorers. DiBiasio behind the end line. 55 seconds left to go in the period. To the near side now is Jonah Carnofel. Controls past the center line, gains the zone. On the near circle, starting to skate backwards, will pass it back to the blue line. Wyatt Prado lines up a big shot, big save there by Johnny Cheshire. Rebound coming for the Explorers. They had another opportunity. Was Wyatt Prado coming in undefended. Back to Jonah Carnofel at the blue line. 5 seconds left to go on the advantage. Centering pass there, picked up by Weisblatt. Tigers kill the penalty. They've got 26 seconds left to go in the period. Nolan Ramsey there, centering pass to Weisblatt. He's got a shot, but it is saved by Tom Sulo. That shot right into the center of the chest of Nicholas Tom Sulo. Well done by the Tigers. Give and go from Eli Weisblatt to Nolan Ramsey. 19.5 seconds remaining in this second period. Face off there from Weisblatt was won by the Tigers momentarily. 14 seconds left to go as the puck fought for in a traffic jam there in the near corner. And almost tripping on the Tigers, but on the near side was Logan Anderson, controlling with 4 seconds left to go. The puck back to center. Jake Rzepka controlled it, but that will be the end of the second period as the Tigers give up 2 goals here in the second period. They now trail 3-0 after two periods of play here on senior night from the Cleveland Heights Recreational Center. That means you're inside your second Nova Title Agency intermission report. The Cleveland Heights Tigers trailing 3-0 after 2 periods of play. We'll be back with you in about 12 minutes for the third and final period here on senior night at the Cleveland Heights Rec Center. You're listening to Cleveland Heights Hockey here on HeightsTigers.com. back here at Cleveland Heights High School for the third and final period here on senior night. The Cleveland Heights Tigers trailing 3-0 over the Hudson Explorers. Face-off coming from center ice. Tyler Corbel will face off against Eli Weisblatt. 2 goals scored in that second period by the Explorers, both of which coming early in that period. As that face-off is won by the Explorers, dumped back down, and picked up by Jake Rzepka on the near side of the Tiger zone. Fighting in there, Vince Holland, he picks it up, tries to get it forward to the blue line, and it is momentarily controlled by Luke Carnofel. Logan Anderson back there, onto the near side for Ramsey, Nolan Ramsey. He controlled the puck on the near ice, picked up by Vince Holland to the near side at center. That's actually Jake Rzepka. And Hudson ahead now, gaining the zone is Luke Carnofel. Centering pass there goes wide. It was intended for senior Matthew Hannon. 14:10 left to go in this third period. Centering pass from the Explorers dangerously out in front. Picked up by the Tigers. They've got an opportunity now going to the center is Brendan Lang, dumping it back down and looking for Jake Rzepka off the rebound to the far corner. 13:55 left to go in the third period. Hudson leading 3-0. Tigers here on senior night looking to at least get on the board. Eli Weisblatt plays it to Rzepka. Centering pass there is cleared away. That'll go as an icing on the Explorers. So both teams will get a change. In high school hockey, you are allowed to change on an icing. That is not allowed in the NHL. So both teams will get big changes there. And Vince Holland will take the face-off for the Tigers from the far circle. That one is won by Holland momentarily, but taken away at the blue line by the Explorers. Dumped back in and nearly offside were the Tigers. Giving chase there is Ethan Quill. Back out to the far boards at center. Shot coming, deflected right in front of Cheshire, and covering it up was Johnny Cheshire. Well done with 13:23 left to go in the third period. A quick deflection out front, but Cheshire able to cover it up and control it. Face-off won by the Explorers, back to the near boards. Controlling it is Wyatt Prado. Dispossessed along the end line, picked up by Ethan Quill to the near boards. He will dump it back in, back behind Tom Sulo giving chase. Manny, he had a chance for a shot, but passed out of it. Couldn't be controlled by John Jackson. Long pass ahead, giving chase there, and calling off the icing was Jonah Carnofel. Nearly, but instead there will be a whistle that may actually have gone as an icing. So 12:58 left to go in the third period. 3-0 is the score. The Hudson Explorers leading. In fact, it will be an icing, so the face-off back to the Explorers zone. Taking this one for the Explorers will be Andrew Clark against Eli Weisblatt. Weisblatt controls it. Shot coming there, deflected off his skate and across the face of goal. Mere inches from that right post. The Tigers could not score it. Now at center, it is Andrew Yard gaining the zone for the Explorers. Stopping on an edge, looking to dump it away from the corner. Instead, it's picked up along the far boards by Cleveland Heights. Centering pass there intended for Jackson goes wide, picked up again by the Explorers. Out of motion, shot goes wide and off the glass and around. Clock is not running, it's stuck at 12:58. But the puck back to the blue line. So the puck back behind the Cleveland Heights net, right into the crease, but saved there by Luke Carnofel. Puck back into the far corner and fought for there by Henry Turner. The puck back through center. It'll be controlled by Jack Devine. Swings it back towards center. Picked up there by Andrew Yard again for the Explorers. He whips it around here as now the clock continues to run. So the puck back behind into the zone. Shot there from Devine. Couldn't really get anything on it. It was controlled by Cheshire momentarily back behind his end line. Picked up, giving chase there is Nolan Ramsey. So the clock didn't run there for about 2.5 minutes. Puck picked up at center ice. Eli Weisblatt skating ahead, trying to control. He's looking to reverse it. Instead, it's picked up by Ramsey in the near corner. Back to the blue line, past Braden Rink. And he can't control it at the blue line, back into his own zone. Back to retrieve it, Logan Anderson. Pass ahead for the Explorers, though, was picked up by Matthew Hannon. Can't control it. A shot there and scoring! A beautiful pass in front. And Tyler Corbel able to control it on the assist from Matthew Hannon. Ty Corbel, the freshman, saw the angle that he needed, and he got there on the left side of the crease, almost inside the crease, but able to bury that shot to make it 4-0. The Explorers lead now in the third period here at Cleveland Heights. 12:03 left to go in the third period. Hudson picks up that face-off again. Mackie Clark controlling on the near boards, tries to swing it across, but that one will go back to center ice. Matthew Roberts picked it up there, past the blue line. Offsides will be called on the Explorers. 11:47 left to go in this third period. 4-0 is the score now. Hudson leads after that Tyler Corbel goal for the Explorers. Face-off back at center. That is controlled by Alexander Cole. Puck dangerously back behind, but it's picked up by Jake Rzepka. Back to the center line. Matthew Roberts is there for the Explorers. And now Vince Holland picks it up. Cleveland Heights back the other way. Shot deflected off of his stick. Back behind the end line. Holland still fighting for it, but picked up and controlled by Alexander Cole. Cole gains the zone. Dumps it in, gives it back over to Wyatt Prado along the far boards, taking it to the center. A chance for the Explorers, but that one deflected away into the corner. Good hit there as Cannon Coker dives in to retrieve it in the far corner. Centering pass, looking for the Explorers right in front. Cheshire can't cover it, but it's recovered instead by the defense of Cleveland Heights. Vince Holland working hard on that defensive end for Cleveland Heights. 10:45 left to go in the period. Holland at his own blue line. Pass to behind Coker, deflected away and picked up by the Explorers. Sullivan Clark now, left-handed stick, tries to flip in a shot, and that one cleared away. It wasn't actually covered up by the goalie Cheshire, but out of the referee's vision, so that one will go as a save for Cheshire. 10:34 left to go in the period. Face-off now for Hudson. Burke Villanueva wins that one. Shot immediately coming off there, wide left. 10:30 left to go in the third period. As jumping it back down is Alex Motion. He picks it back up along the near boards. Centering pass there, shot goes wide again. Picked up Nolan Ramsey on the far boards. Still controls it, gets it to center. That's as far as he can go though. Eli Weisblatt defending. And back over to Motion. He'll dump it back down to the far corner. Giving chase there was Burke Villanueva. In there as well as Tommy Cheshire, the freshman. Under 10 minutes remain here in this third period. Cheshire goes down hard looking for a penalty, but none there. Puck back behind, Jake Rzepka defending. And the puck again dangerously in front as Tommy Cheshire passes this one ahead. Picked up by Brendan Lang, gains the zone. He's at a disadvantage 1-on-3. But he'll stop on a dime, and in the corner tries to reverse a pass to Eli Weisblatt. Weisblatt there for a moment behind the end line. 9:30 left to go in the period. Jonah Cardo fell the other way. Gains the zone. Tries to reverse, tried to go between the legs of Weisblatt. Instead, it's picked up on the near side now by Brendan Lang. And Luke Carnefeld gains the zone for the Explorers, has it tapped away to the far corner. 9:09 left to go in regulation here. Along the far boards, Cleveland Heights controlling and picking it up there is Jake Rzepka. He's through center and he is not tripped. Looking for a penalty. as Rizepka was tripped, it looked like. And another score there for the Explorers. Luke Karnofel puts the exclamation point on it. He went top right corner, did Karnofel. And on senior night, it's a 5-0 lead for the Hudson Explorers. They play Spoiler in the season finale here at Cleve Heights. 8:53 remaining in this third period. Luke Karnofel on the board again. Another face-off back to center ice. This one all the way back to the far corner. Jack Devine will retrieve. Right-handed stick on the near side. Over a jumping Patrick Downing. The freshman just checked in for the Explorers. Big hit at the blue line. Gaining the zone is Ethan Quill. Garrett Manny in front. The puck back to center. That is picked up there by Henry Turner. Great Manny, I should have said. That was Henry Turner. Back behind his own end line. 5-0 Hudson leads here. Ethan Quill picks it up. Tried to get it back out of the zone, but couldn't control it past the blue line. Another Hudson opportunity, and that shot just squirts in. Going 5-hole at the 8:06 mark here in the third period. It's now 6-0. Hudson leads. 8:06 left to go. Hudson doubled their lead. They led 3-0 after 2 periods. They now lead 6-0. And they are 15-11-1, looking to make it 16-11-1 here and play Spoiler on senior night against the Cleve Heights Tigers. 6-0 is now the score. Face-off fought for at center ice. Alexander Cole comes away with it. Gliding into the zone. His pass behind his intended forward. Nolan Ramsey picks it back with and now this one tapped forward. Matthew Hannon picks it up, tries to evade a defender, takes a big hit there and hits the ice hard with 7 minutes remaining. Pass intercepted, breakaway opportunity for the Explorers, but another great save from Johnny Cheshire. 6:50 left to go, another big hit back behind the end line for Cleve Heights. Shot coming there, and another big save by Johnny Cheshire. That shot from the sophomore Andrew Yard with 6:38 remaining here and a running clock here at the Cleve Heights Rec Center. 6-0 is the score. The Hudson Explorers leading here on senior night.
Go Heights!
Johnny Cheshire hung tough for the Tigers all night, but it's coming apart a little bit here in this third period. 6-0 is now the lead for the Hudson Explorers. Clock is now rolling. 6 minutes remain here in regulation. Face-off won by the Tigers. Tommy Cheshire, the freshman, picks it up. At the blue line in there is David Adams. He's a senior as well. Great Manny picks this one up, trying to control it. He tries a shot just barely wide right. A great shot from Great Manny. David Adams picks it up. And looked like he tried to control it, going after the Explorers there at the circle was David Adams. Puck back to center. Jonah Karnofel that is, trying to weave it around. Centering pass off the skate of a Tigers defenseman. In there is David Adams. A big hit along the boards. 5:22 left to go in regulation. Great Manny on there on the defense. The puck dangerously in front. Goes wide though. Picked up by Jake Rizepka back behind. And a lot of big hits going on here. That shot opportunity deflected straight up into the air. Great Manny will control it along the far boards. 5 minutes remain here. Manny evades his defender. And a great juke move there from motion. But nothing comes of it with 4:50 left to go. Great Manny will cross the blue line and try to dump it into the corner for himself. Weave it around, centering pass there, and no penalty upcoming, as looked like Vince Holland was tripped on his way to the net. But going the other way quickly is Jonah Karnofel. 6-0 is the lead for the Hudson Explorers. Holland gaining the zone into the near corner, looking for a man to pass to. He'll weave it back around behind Tom Sulo. Great Manny knocks that puck away. It's free, picked up by Jake Rzepka. Rzepka controlling near the goal line. He shoots high, but it is saved by Tom Sulu. And the one! And the Tigers scored in front. The Tigers on the board here on senior night. Ethan Quill takes the rebound off of the Great Manny shot, and Ethan Quill gets the Tigers on the board. With 4:15 left to go in the third period, Cleve Hts on the board. They trail 6-1 to the Hudson Explorers. Face-off still at center. Sullivan Clark takes this one, and Body's immediately hitting the ice. Hits the referee at center, still controlled by the Explorers. Mackie Clark now gaining the zone. 4 minutes remain here in regulation. Some big hits in the Tiger zone, controlled back there by Nick DiBiasio. Back there still is Wyatt Prado, looking for an opportunity. That one up off the high nets with 3:50 left to go. It's a 5-goal deficit for the Tigers. Line change coming for the Explorers. Taking this face-off is Tyler Corbell. It is won by the Explorers momentarily, but kicked out of danger by the Tigers. In there is Vince Holland, still trying to control it with 3:38 left to go. At center is Ethan Quill. He's got the lone goal for the Tigers. 3:30 left to go in regulation. Back to the far boards of the Explorer zone. Picking this one up is Tyler Corbell, trying for a shot, backhanded pass, another shot coming, and scoring are the Explorers. 7-0. That time it was Mackie Clark. Actually, take that back. That was Ty Corbell, number 11, who nearly went bar down. He went up and over the shoulder of Johnny Cheshire. 3:22 left to go here in regulation on senior night for Cleve Hts. 7-1 is the lead. Face-off won by the Explorers. Ahead now, Matthew Roberts giving chase. 3:15 left to go in regulation. Braden Rink ahead now. Gaining the zone is Nolan Ramsey. Ramsey weaving around to the near circle, dumps it back off for Adams. Adams tries a shot. Weisblatt had an opportunity, but so that face-off won by the Tigers. They dump it back down looking for Great Manny. Cannon Coker in there as well. 1:40 left to go in the third period. The Explorers still attacking. They've got it at center. Dumping it off now. A shot goes wide left. That one from Alex Motion. 90 seconds remain here in regulation. That puck dangerously in front, but cleared away by Cannon Coker. Great Manny will pick it up at center ice. He will gain the zone. He is guarded by 3 different Explorers. Had a chance there in front. Puck is loose, but the Explorers pick it up with 75 seconds remaining. Alexander Cole at center dumps it down and picked up there by Burke Villanueva. 1 minute remains here in regulation. Back towards the blue line goes Alexander Cole. Gets the puck in deep. Controlled there by Logan Anderson. 52 seconds remain here at the blue line. And a shot deflected away. That one coming from Alexander Cole, looking for a deflection. 45 seconds left here at Cleve Hts. And Cleve Hts now picks it up. Great Manny in his own zone. Takes it as far as center. Checks the clock, looking for a move there. Will get it in deep to the near corner. Cannon Coker giving chase as well. He'll pick it up there. Trying a shot, but saved. And an opportunity coming for the Tigers, but nothing comes of it. And 19 seconds left to go. Looks like there was a penalty called on number 27, Alex Motion. So the clock will stop with 15 and a half seconds remaining. I believe that was for a cross check. So the clock will actually continue to roll, and that will be a final. The final score here, 7-1. Cleve Hts on senior night. Can't pick up the victory, but a great night nonetheless for the seniors, David Adams, Logan Anderson, as well as senior Jake Rzepka. Both teams will shake hands here. It is another loss for the Tigers. They fall to 8-22 on the season. And that'll do it for the Cleveland Heights Tigers this season. A tough season, but a young team, obviously with 2 freshman goalies. Tough to compete with 2 young goalies learning on the ropes in competition like this, but a tough way to end it for the Tigers. The final score here tonight, 7-1. The Hudson Explorers taking this victory 7-1, and they advance to 16-11-1 on the season. That'll do it here from the Cleveland Heights Recreational Center. Thank you for listening to Cleveland Heights Tigers hockey all season long. Here on HeightsTigers.com, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including Nova Title Agency, as well as University Hospitals Sports Medicine, as well as Taylor Physical Therapy. And of course, we'd like to thank all of you listeners out there listening to us live via HeightsTigers.com and this live broadcast on YouTube. Another great season of Cleveland Heights Tigers hockey in the books. They dropped this one tonight, 7-1 on senior night against the Hudson Explorers. That'll do it here tonight from HeightsTigers.com. I'm Pat McGuire. Thank you, everybody, for listening tonight, and have a great evening.